Alexa, are you at home now?
I'm here, what's wrong?
Did you watch TV? The national weather forecast just now. A hurricane is headed directly to Florida.
Yes, I saw it. I was just worrying about you. Does it look okay?
It doesn't appear good. There are no flights because of the hurricane, so I won't be home for about 3 days. I'm sorry I can't be there for the birth tomorrow. But even if I'm not there, I'm sure you'll have a healthy baby.
Well, that's Florida, isn't it? There's not much you can do.
Just my luck. A hurricane at a time like this. I really wanted to videotape the moment.
The doctor said it might be past the due date. You might make it in time.
But it's better for you if the baby is born on time, right? I'm prepared to miss it.
I think I'll use a tripod and videotape it myself.
I can't believe my company put me on a business trip to Florida at this time of year.
Oh, by the way, is it true when you said that your colleague Mr. Turner was going with you?
Why?
I saw him yesterday.
What? Where?
I stopped at a bookstore while I was out for a walk. We ran into each other there. I thought he was on a business trip with you, so I was surprised.
Oh, I'm sorry. They changed it to someone else at the last minute. I forgot to tell you.
Oh, is that so?
Alexa, did he say anything else?
Nothing. He just told me to have a healthy baby, that's all.
I see. Good.
What? Is there something that would be a problem if he had said it to me?
Of course not.
There's something fishy about you, isn't there? You usually don't care what people around you say. The only time you pay attention to what's going on around you is when you're feeling guilty.
What do you mean guilty? Do you think I have time to think about anything else when my beloved wife is about to give birth? I'm frustrated too. I want to see you as soon as possible, but I can't go home.
I see. You're worried about me. I hope the hurricane passes soon.
If the hurricane heads north, I might not be able to go home for a while.
I'll just have to give birth on my own then.
I'm so lucky to have such an understanding wife. If you'd cried at a time like this, I don't know what I would have done.
Your mother is close by, so if I need anything, I've got her. Don't worry.
I'll talk to her too. Well, good luck with the baby. I'll be cheering for you from Florida.
Hey, asshole, idiot husband. I asked Mr. Tanner this. Huh? Aren't you and my husband going on a business trip to Florida? And guess what he said? It's been postponed due to the hurricane. Who would go to Florida when you know a hurricane is coming? I tried to hold back what I wanted to say and played the role of an understanding wife. Please, someone praise me. I am Alexa, 30 years old. What is my husband doing lying to me when I'm in this condition? I tried to probe him about it, but without success. What is it with you, seriously, when you keep saying things like my beloved wife and other whitewashed things? Mr. Tanner's information revealed that he's not in Florida, but a message from my mother-in-law confirmed my husband's betrayal. Hey, Alexa, you got to hear this. My mother-in-law, your blood pressure will rise again if you get excited. Don't call me that. Sometimes I like to be a traditional wife. I forget. So, what's the matter, Nora?
I'm at a steak restaurant by myself.
Steak by yourself again? I wanted to go too. You should have asked me.
I didn't think you could go because it's so close to your due date. I'm the kind of mother-in-law who feeds her daughter-in-law both eggplant and steak. After all, young people need to eat good food to nourish themselves. After the baby is born safe and sound, I'll let you eat whatever you like as a celebration.
I understand, but I heard if you eat spicy food and walk a lot, the baby will be born the next day.
Oh really? Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about.
What is it?
Sonny's at the same restaurant I am.
What? Really?
Didn't you say he was in Florida? Why is he still here? Was it cancelled because of the hurricane?
I thought he went on a business trip, and then he called me yesterday. He said because of the hurricane, all the flights were cancelled, and he couldn't come home.
What? So he's still in Florida?
That's what he claims. He said he was sorry that he couldn't make it in time for the birth, but to think that he's so close.
I know I'm not mistaken. His voice is definitely Sonny's. That son of a bitch.
The guy he said he was going with. I ran into him, Mr. Tanner. He told me the trip was postponed.
I see. So he's cheating on his co-worker and his wife by eating expensive steak.
Thanks to you, my suspicions were confirmed. So, who's Sonny with?
Well, he's with a woman.
I knew it. That's what I thought. I imagine that's what it is, but I'm still a bit shocked.
And then he said, "Hey, this is the meat I raised." They're both so excited. It's so weird and disgusting that I can't believe it's my child.
I can imagine.
I want to grab his nose with a pair of tongs and roast it on a grill.
I want to say, oh, you've got a nice grill mark on your nose.
I want to pour lemon on the grill marks and make him scream in agony.
I want to wash his eyeballs with the leftover lemon juice.
They're feeding each other. That's disgusting. They've ruined my steak. Can't they be fined for ruining a good meal? If I were a big shot, I'd make that law right now.
Where are you sitting, Nora?
I'm sitting right behind Sunny, back to back.
So close. So how come you can see everything?
There's a big mirror in the restaurant. I can see Sunny's table, and I can only see Sunny's back and the woman's face.
That's quite a good position, isn't it?
Oh, he just took a slice of carrot from her mouth and put it in his own mouth. Can't they be banned from the steakhouse? Oh my god, I'm going to throw up.
Endure it. It's a waste of meat.
I can't stand it. You're having a hard time with your big belly. I can't believe he's flirting with her at a steak restaurant.
I don't like to say this to the person who gave birth to him, but he's trash, isn't he?
I guess you can't win them all. I don't like the idea of my own son being such a piece of trash either.
What's she like? Is she pretty?
I can't really make out her face. She's wearing too much makeup. She's got a lisp and a goofy tone that makes me sick to my stomach. She's laughing and saying things like, "Your poor wife is so fat." I can't help but get angry. I've just about had it. I'm about to charge in there with a steak knife.
Hey, can I go there now?
I don't care, but if you get too excited, you might go into labor.
If I do, I'll give birth right in front of him. Then I'll wrap the umbilical cord around his neck.
I'm sure the steak place has sharp knives, so you don't have to worry about cutting the umbilical cord.
No, seriously, don't try to make me give birth.
Just come on down. I've got a hot steak knife waiting for you.
I have a blonde wig from a year-end party a long time ago. I'll wear it.
What did you do?
Beverly Hills Youth Chronicles.
Oh no, I want to see that so much.
See you later. Save me some meat. We'll have to celebrate after we take care of them.
Okay, gotcha.
Why aren't you answering your phone? Come on, talk to me.
Sorry, I'm eating.
What are you eating?
Florida stone crab and gator bites. Key lime pie.
Anyway, a lineup of the popular Florida stuff.
Since I'm here, I thought I'd enjoy it. I've traveled so far for a business trip. I had to try some of the local cuisine.
You're going out in spite of the hurricane.
Well, it's close to the hotel.
Oh, that's a nice t-shirt. Isn't that Balenciaga? When did you get that?
What?
Oh my god, the girl you're with is wearing the same color as you. It's expensive. It's going to smell like grilled steak. Are you sure it's okay?
Alexa, what are you talking about? Grilled steak?
Don't you seem to be getting along well with the person you're with? Her name is Nina, isn't it? She's a cute kid. I think she's a bit edgy. Just your type.
Wait a minute, where are you?
Where are you?
In Florida, of course.
Then who's that arsehole eating steak right in front of me? A look-alike?
What do you mean?
I'm right behind you.
What? No way.
Don't turn around.
I'm too scared to look back.
By the way, there's another person sitting with their back to you. Do you know who that is?
I don't have the heart to check.
I'll call her for you. Ta-da! Here she is.
You creepy son. I knew it was my mother. I smelled something familiar. Por una cabeza, from a scent of a woman.
Oh wow, you're on a roll, Nora. You must have a lot of pent-up stress.
I've been listening to these guys' sickening conversation for a couple of hours. I've only had 2 bites of steak, and I've already got a heartburn. Why are you here? I was having dinner by myself when you guys came in. I didn't notice.
Nora called me and I rushed over.
Have you guys always been such good friends?
We were in a secret relationship.
Don't get me wrong, it was clean. We only had meals. I ain't worried about that. I mean, Alexa is about to have a baby, right? Are you sure you're okay to come here like this?
I don't want to be worried about by someone who's neglecting his wife and eating steak with another woman. She must be really important to you, pretending to go on a business trip and then coming here to eat steak? And this girl, Nina?
I can't believe my mother's in the same restaurant. It's just not my day.
Oh look, she's getting mad. She's like, stop staring at your phone and talk to me.
Just let her eat and be quiet. Her squeaky voice is making me sick.
Maybe that's what's so cute about Nina. I bet that's what Sunny likes about her.
Jeez, bad taste. I hate pretentious girls like her.
You're more into Carrie Underwood or Rihanna, aren't you, Nora?
That's right, Carrie Underwood's Before He Cheats is my favorite.
I want to go to karaoke with Mary again.
Mary only sings Taylor Swift. Who are you talking about? Sunny, do me a favor. What? She keeps going on about cutting her steak for her. Tell her you would cut her love handles in the handlebars. No way! How can I say that to my precious Nina? You tell her, or would you like to be cut off from your parents?
Tell her. Are you willing to get divorced, go through alimony hell, and never see your kids again? Weigh that against Nina and decide which is more important.
Are you threatening me? I'll threaten you fair and square. Okay, fine, I'll say it. Shit.
I'm serious.
Nina is so pissed off.
Handlebars for a girl? Horrible.
How dare you? You guys made me say it. All the waitresses and customers are watching because of Nina's squealing. Your next line is going to be important. What shall we say next? That's enough. Don't screw with me.
Okay then, break up with her.
What? Right here, right now? I can't do that. I'll tell her later, I promise. I don't want to make a scene breaking up with her here.
I don't trust you. Of course, he'll be back out and go out with her behind our backs.
So if I break up with her now, there'll be no repercussions?
That depends on how sorry you are.
You'll have to do a lot of repenting. Steak knives.
Or maybe the lemon punishment.
What's that? Well, I'll tell you later. Hurry up and break up with her. I can't.
What?
She's going to cry. I mean, she's already crying even now because of you guys. I'm going to have to make excuses and comfort her now. How can I say goodbye? But it's okay to make Alexa cry? Alexa is strong. What are you talking about? She's a pregnant woman, okay? She's anxious and worried about giving birth. She doesn't seem like that on the text messages. Besides, instead of taking your wife to a fancy restaurant where you can't even get a reservation, the sinful husband takes another woman. Of course she's emotionally disturbed. What's wrong with you? You've been fooling around with Mom all day, playing games with me.
Because it's all I can do to keep sane.
What?
Do you really think we're having fun? I decided to live with you, and I'm carrying a child. All the dreams and hopes I had had for my life were blown away when I saw you were having fun with a flirty girl. You know how shocked I was?
I'm sorry.
Do you think you can apologize and be forgiven? I will never forgive you for making me suffer like this. That woman and you, I have to make you suffer the pain of losing something.
But you know, we don't have to say goodbye at a restaurant.
Then where are you going to go? A hotel?
Shall we make a reservation? Don't be so clever. You've always been a handful, haven't you? Now you're going to do exactly as your mother says. Not that again. Trust me, Nina won't cry or rant. She'll quietly get up and leave the restaurant. Even though she's still complaining about the aftermath of the love handles, I don't think listening to you two is going to end well. Don't worry, trust me. I am a level 1 certified woman's heart examiner. What the hell is that? Who gives out a certificate like that? Repeat after me. Greedy, trashy woman who messes with married men, woman like you. Trashy, gross knit is the best fit for a woman like you. You're 100 years too young for steak. Now go back to your dirty room, eat some ice cream, and go to bed. Huh? There's no way I can say that. I'll turn around and tell her myself, okay?
Then I'll tell her.
No. I'll do it. Then I'll...
Go ahead. Go ahead.
This isn't the comedy club. I couldn't help but giggle. You guys are screwing with me after all. I don't want to disturb the other customers. I'm just trying to keep this from turning into a fight.
That's right. Unless you want to see a scene with steak knives and tenderloin flying around. I suggest you do as I say. I don't mind branding her love handles. We've got hot knives all over the table.
How can you say such a terrible thing? Do you know where she lives and works? I know. Why? For the compensation, of course. There's no way Nina can pay it. She's just a regular office worker.
Short comedy, the bakery. Excuse me, miss. 1 jelly donut, please.
Okay, that'll be $1.50.
I'm an ordinary office worker with no money, but I'm hungry. I'll eat it without paying.
You can't do that, ma'am. You have to pay.
I'm just an ordinary office worker. There's no way I can pay.
Do you think that kind of logic will work in the real world?
Well, that's how it is. Do you understand?
Why did you make it into a comedy? It's even harder to understand.
Oh well, I tried to make it understandable even for the dim-witted Sunny, but did it make things worse? Da-dum-tsh.
Hurry up and say what I just said. Don't mistake a single word. Greedy, trashy woman who messes around with married men. Woman like you. Trashy, gross knit is the best fit for a woman like you. You're 100 years too early for steak. Now go back to your dirty room, eat some ice cream and go to bed. Oh shit, they're staring at me. Not only Nina, but all the customers are staring at me.
I can't stop laughing at the look on Nina's face.
I can't take it. He really said that. He's the worst kind of man. Huh?
But look, Nina left without saying anything.
See, I told you so. What the hell is this? But this is all right, right? Can I go over to your table now that things are back to normal? I'm starving after breaking up. Buy me a drink as an apology?
Huh?
Huh?
What nerve you have to say something like that? Oh, I see. Insensitivity means you don't have nerves. That's why you can say it. Wow, the English language is so well constructed.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Whatever you're talking about, that's not happening. When did anyone say things are back to normal?
I mean, you said a lot of things earlier. If I do what you say, compensation and the kid's face.
I made no promises, and I don't want a father for my child like you.
Then why did you make me and Nina break up?
Of course it was because I couldn't allow you to be the only one happy. Didn't I say so? Oh, that made me feel so much better.
But you can't raise a child by yourself, can you? It costs a lot of money.
Don't worry about that. I haven't touched my father's insurance money.
That's just a small amount. With 300,000, I can at least put my grandchild through college. Huh? That much? What about my share? I'm the beneficiary. I will use it for my grandchildren. End of story.
Nora, I appreciate it, but I can't let you spoil me. That money was left for you to live on, okay? I'll be fine on my own.
What are you talking about? If only I hadn't given birth to trash. You and your baby might not have had to suffer so much. I'm the manufacturer. I'll take responsibility.
That's cool, but I have my own stubbornness.
You can earn your own living expenses. You can buy the toys and books. But if you live in my house, you don't have to pay rent and you don't have to pay for food. I will only pay for extracurricular activities, summer camp and whatever. I might buy clothes for them sometimes. As long as you love your grandchildren as a grandmother, that's fine, isn't it?
Nora, I love you.
So don't worry about anything in the future and have a healthy baby. Raising a child together, don't you think that would be fun?
Nothing but excitement.
How long do I have to keep my back to you?
Oh, don't turn around. I don't ever want to see your dirty face again. The moment you look at me, I'm going to slice it up into bite-sized pieces. Greasy pieces of meat need to be sliced up with the steak knife.
I've got an itch on my back too, probably from that filthy guy behind me.
I'll put some medicine on it for you later.
Sonny, I was actually going to grab your nose with the tongs. I was going to slice it up and pour barbecue sauce on it. But I don't want to ruin the knife and waste the barbecue sauce. You should be thankful. What are you talking about?
That I'll settle for money only. Alimony and child support for 18 years, please.
No way.
Yes way. Lying wouldn't get me anywhere.
Mom said earlier she would pay for the kids' education. You think you can afford college on a few grand a month in child support? You idiot. You're so mean.
I'm going to eat my steak now. Could you please leave? You'll make the meat go bad. What's that smell?
The garbage man's stench is wafting to our table. Let's charge him for the steaks too. What the hell?
Do you have a problem with that?
No, I'll pay.
Then you can go home. Get the hell out of here, you piece of shit. The day after the steak-off, I gave birth to a baby boy. Nora was so moved that she cried for 3 hours. My husband was the worst. but I am happy to have met the best mother-in-law. After that, it seems that Sunny desperately tried to explain himself to the upset Nina. It appears he was splendidly dumped. He begs me to let him see his child, but I would never let him see him because it would be a bad influence. I asked for 30,000 in compensation from both Nina and Sunny. I don't think I will have anything to do with him other than asking for payment.
Kendall, listen! Your husband's such a great guy! Oh, you think so? What's up with you all of a sudden after a long silence? I have big news for you, my BFF! I got Levi! We're having a baby! What do you mean? I've been having an affair with your husband! I know we are best friends, but spare me with such a shocking joke. It's not a joke! Come on, I'm not falling for it. You really don't believe me, huh? Listen, Reese, you've always loved pranks and jokes. Have I? Back in grade school, you said you'd become a supergirl and even had a name for it. Atomic Reese. Don't bring up my embarrassing past! You were called that for quite a while. I thought you liked it since you seemed to be so into it. At first, it was cool, but then I got embarrassed really quickly. I just remember, in middle school, younger ones used to call me Reese the Geese behind my back. Thanks for the sudden revelation. I had no idea people disliked you. Poor you. I was actually well liked. But let's not dwell on these memories now. Right, what were we talking about? I was telling you that Levi cheated on you with me and I'm having his baby. Aren't you devastated that your husband is taken? I wanted to see you go mad, so I took the trouble to contact you. Is it April Fool's today? If you keep thinking it's a joke, you are in for a rude awakening. I just can't understand why you would go after him. He's hot. Really? Do you see him that way? Even though his hair has been thinning lately. Not his looks, his wealth. He's super rich. Huh? That can't be right. How long are you gonna pretend? There's mounting evidence. Detective Reese, what do you know? Look up in the sky and tell me what you see. Stop crowding Sherlock! You betrayed me! I betrayed Atomic Reese of all people? There must be some mistake. Knock it off! Sorry, I'll be serious now. You didn't tell me anything about him when you got married, right? I think I mentioned he's just a regular guy. That was a lie. Huh? I can't believe you were secretly married to a big corporate CEO. CEO? Where did you hear such nonsense? Are you still playing dumb? I can't believe you hid it from me and tried to become a high society wife by yourself. So, I snatched him and even made a love child. This is the punishment for trying to get ahead of the game. Hold on, I really can't see where this is going. It's your fault for keeping it a secret. I never betrayed you, you know. Whatever. I hear you're vacationing overseas alone right now. Living the high life, I see. I'm not here for fun, just to be clear. Maybe you feel guilty about keeping it a secret from me, but don't make embarrassing excuses. I can't make sense of what you're saying. What to do? Now, I'm going to be a CEO's wife. I should thank you for gallivanting around and not coming home. Oh, I got it. Hey, can I talk to Levi once? I still think you're playing a prank on me. Your story is so bizarre that I can't believe anything. Sure, go ahead. You're just going to get dumped. I got a message from my best friend after a long silence. But I didn't expect it to be a declaration of an affair with my husband, Levi. I still can't believe it. I'm thinking it's a tasteless joke. I'm Kendall, a 30-year-old newlywed and part-time homemaker. Since I got married, a lot of good things have been happening, so I'm starting to think Levi might be born under the lucky star. Reese has been my best friend since grade school. Both of us have been really busy lately, and we haven't seen each other since my wedding. She always cracks jokes and makes people laugh. So I'm hoping this is just another one, but I have a bad feeling. When I check with him, I end up hearing something outrageous. My best friend told me that she's having an affair with you and she's pregnant. Is that true? You're talking about Reese, huh? You got it right. You've got to be kidding me, a-hole. What did you just call me? Oh, my bad. I was supposed to write, you trash. You're pretty upset, huh? You got involved with my best friend, you know. She made the first move. I'm not at fault here. It doesn't matter who made the first move. You're a married man, for God's sake. When someone hits on you, you're supposed to stand firm and refuse them. But what do you do instead? Having a kid? Are you that stupid? I mean, I'm grateful to you, you know. But I've decided to be with her. Is that really what you want? Yeah. I used to think that money was everything, but I've come to realize that love is all that matters. So, was it just a money thing between us? I guess so. That's pretty low. Did you know that with love, you can conquer anything? Stop with the cheesy romance. It gave me goosebumps. It's creepy to hear a 35-year-old guy saying that seriously. Should I take you to see a shrink? Not needed. What I should do is obtain the necessary divorce paperwork. You better divorce me without a fight so I can marry her quickly. I'm coming back the day after tomorrow, so start the process then. I'm gonna be a free man soon. Coming for you, Reese. This is really disgusting. You don't understand true love. That's why you can say such things. I find it pitiful coming from someone in their 30s. Anyway, you haven't let her into our house, have you? Yeah, she's been there many times. What's the big deal? Oh my God. Don't tell me you guys use our bed. Many times over. Ugh, I feel nauseous. You've never washed the sheets before. To think I've been sleeping in the same bed. Gross. What do you think of our sacred bonding? It's my bed too. Of course I feel disgusted. It was the perfect place to nurture our love. I don't want to live in that house anymore. She hasn't touched my stuff, right? She took a fancy dress. What? I thought she could wear it during the wedding reception. Wait, I only have one fancy dress. Is it white fabric with green embroidery? That's been a family heirloom for ages. Return it now. I already sold it. What do you mean? She said it was too old-fashioned and she wanted a more edgy design instead. What the heck do you think you're doing with my stuff? Get it back right now. I need it for the wedding expenses. We need that money. You said you could conquer anything without money earlier. I have no intention of letting her wear that dress, nor do I intend to let you use it for your wedding funds. We needed to celebrate our special day, you know. Figure out the money on your own. I'll invite you to the wedding, so don't make a fuss over it and just contribute happily. Stop it! Buy the dress back right now. Reese is calling me, so don't contact me again. She might think I'm cheating. You're a cheater. What's going on? Levi's not a CEO. What are you talking about? Don't play dumb with me. You said he was the CEO before. I've never said that. Stop throwing a tantrum at me over your misunderstanding. Ugh, then explain it. You are getting carried away on your own. Don't you think it's unnecessary to be honest and come clean with the mistress? If it was a different scenario, I might have felt like correcting the misunderstanding. But after all that happened, not a chance. Your personality is questionable. You once told me it was okay to get back at someone who betrayed you. I never said that. But still, I can't believe you didn't realize until now. When I was packing to move in with him, he moved into my place instead. This is my house, so obviously he has to leave if we are divorcing. I was expecting to live in that big house. I confronted him and he confessed he was just a freeloader. He told me you are the CEO. That must have been quite a shock. Of course. I never thought a 35-year-old man would be a jobless leech. How come you've been deceived all this time? I saw him entering a corporate building once, and I thought he was working for a major company. Hold on a sec. So, even if he wasn't the CEO, you intended to steal him? No, I wasn't thinking like that at the time. I thought maybe he could hook me up with a nice guy. Honestly? I'm not lying. But he told me he was the CEO. Then I got all starry-eyed. And you ended up totally captivated. When I bad-mouthed you, he easily fell for it. And when I praised him, he immediately lit up with joy. Hey, it's not cool to get roused by talking bad about me. Geez, he was so easily swayed, huh? You guys are really jerks. Well, maybe you two are a perfect match as a couple of scoundrels. I never thought he was a jobless bum. What did he even go into that building for? You saw him there last month, right? Yeah. He just came to deliver my forgotten documents. But he was wearing a suit. He's embarrassed to wear casual clothes on weekdays. He thinks people would know that he's unemployed, so he wears a suit when he goes out. That's messed up! He's a show-off, so he lied to you. He's got a good facade, and you got fooled. Even though he's a bum, he's got big pride. It's like he's got some kind of ability to fake it and put up a good front better than most people. I wondered why we only hung out at each other's houses. And he never talked much about work. I had no idea it was all lies. The fact that I went abroad the other day was for a business trip, you know. I have to earn a living. I should have been more skeptical. Good luck raising a kid between you unemployed adults. It must be quite challenging. It sure will be. I wish I hadn't flattered him so much. It's your fault for being deceived. But seriously, why isn't he working? It's so weird. Aren't maids supposed to work hard to support their families? He did when we were just going out. He decided to become a stay-at-home and quit his job right after we got married. It was shocking. No kidding! Without even discussing it? Right. Were you okay with that? Of course not. I was mad and scolded him for making such a selfish decision. But I was really busy with work, so I thought it might be a good idea. I wouldn't be able to handle that. Men are supposed to earn money, aren't they? Well, I'm doing that instead. And besides, he did the housework in exchange, and that helped me out. Except he's got this annoying pride and demanded my respect for doing the housework, which really got on my nerves. Anyway, how the heck are you the CEO? You never told me. Right after we got married, my uncle got sick and was hospitalized, so I was appointed the CEO out of the blue. After that, the business started booming, and within a year, it grew significantly. Come to think of it, it wasn't that successful a company until last year. I used to think Levi was my lucky charm that brought lots of good luck. That's why, even though there were some things that bothered me a bit, I was putting up with him. So, he was your leprechaun. He's got some Irish blood, right? It turns out he isn't a little mischievous creature, but just a lousy freeloader. He was slacking on the housework recently, too. He has no good qualities, then. Come to think of it, I really don't need him. That's why I'm so grateful to you for taking him off my hands. I don't want him. I'll return him. I don't accept returns. Besides, we've already started our divorce procedures. Geez, why did I get pregnant? I'm so stupid. I have an even worse story. Can I share it? No, I don't want to hear it. I'll make him pay alimony. That's impossible. He doesn't even have savings. You're gonna have to help him out. I don't have a job or money. You guys are on the same boat, so support each other. I'll dump him so it won't be my concern. I doubt that he would let you go so easily. He seemed to be head over heels for you. But when I think about alimony, I don't think we'll get anywhere if we talk about it between us. I'll add the bump too.
What the heck? Don't interrupt my sweet moments with Reese.
Oh my, I've been enduring awkward moments here. It's quite amusing that you sound like you have no idea what's really going on. Let's split up, Levi!
Why?
I can't make a living with an unemployed partner! Just because you don't work, not only is your hair falling out, but your love life is withering away too. Poor you! You're one step away from the bald mountain.
We are not talking about my hair right now, and I'm gonna find a job. Everything will be fine.
Even if you get a job, it doesn't matter if you're not a CEO. But what about the baby? Well, raising a child alone would be tough. You love kids, so you'd want to raise them, right? It's only a year without a job, so maybe he can manage to find a new job. Wait, I forgot that he's pretty incompetent when it comes to work. No way! I remember he said his sales performance wasn't that great, and he often got scolded by his boss because he kept failing no matter what he did and everything backfired. They transferred him from sales to behind-the-scenes office work. But even in that role, he made mistakes in sales calculations, and it caused quite a chaos. How do you know so much about that? He worked for my business affiliate, so the information was coming to my ears.
They didn't understand how great I was.
That you are a great failure?
No, I mean such mundane tasks from beneath a genius like me.
You know, that's just a lame excuse from an incompetent. I want to break up already.
Let's take good care of the symbol of our love growing in your belly. I'll always be there for you.
Ew! I'm with you on that for a change. Divorcing was definitely the right call. I want to get away from this guy as soon as possible. But when I think about the child, it may be better to stay. I don't really care what happens to you guys, but there are other things you'll have to pay aside from alimony. What?
Do I really have to pay alimony?
Shut up, loser.
You don't need to be so nasty.
You guys took my belongings, didn't you? Oh!
It went to our wedding expenses. We can't return it even if you ask.
I'm not just talking about the dress. The watches and the rings are gone too.
I gave them as present because she wanted them.
That's because he said he had them all for asset management. There's no way the loser would have them for that reason. I can't believe you're so easily deceived. Why did you lie?
I wanted to give something to you as a proof of my love.
Stealing someone else's property and giving it as a symbol of love? A thief, right? If you return them right now, I'll let you get away with it. I've already sold them. You asked for them and then sold them? I thought I could get some money. Well, then both of you will have to compensate me. I think it's gonna be around $250,000 for the dress and everything. I can't pay that much.
You know, I don't have any money.
Wait, did you guys already spend the money you got from selling them? That fast? I bought a bag and a watch.
A tailored dress for her and the wedding venue.
This is the first I'm hearing about it.
I was planning a surprise. I've spent a lot to making the venue ready for the next week.
Are you trying to have a wedding without inviting anyone?
Women like this kind of surprise, right? I was secretly preparing to make you happy. Wait, don't tell me you're not happy.
It's not about surprising with anything and everything. Unbelievable! This is so messed up!
Geez, I thought you'd be happy.
Most of it seems to be spent, so you guys are going to take responsibility no matter what. Oh no! I went to the trouble of buying my bag and watch! You used to be a much more innocent and sweet kid back in the day. Maybe you need spiritual guidance. I can recommend a few. I don't need it! Wait, maybe an exorcism is better, huh? It might help get rid of the rotten spirit nesting in your heart. Anyway, you're both out of money. No money, Levi has no hair, and if your heart, body, and wore it all smooth and shiny, you guys would be a perfect match. Stop making jokes about us! I don't need that right now. I wanted to lift your spirits with a little humor since you're gonna be living in hell with the payment you have to make in the future. I don't find it funny at all. What am I gonna do now?
Love is one thing, but you still need money, huh?
Reese and Levi were both hit with a total bill of around $300,000, which included alimony. Because of this, they concluded that it was impossible to raise a child and decided to give the baby up for adoption. both of them were shut out by their families and no one came to their aid. They struggled every day, becoming like shells of their former selves. They initially remained together for a few months. Levi failed in his job research and could only find part-time jobs. He faced termination even in those positions, and they had an unstable life. No matter how hard he tried, he could only earn around $1,000 per month. This led Reese reaching her breaking point and running away from him. It seems that in the end, money was more important than love. As for me, after the freeloader disappeared, I continued to do well as the CEO. The business has been going excellent, and I'm determined to work even harder to make it bigger.
Hey, Michelle, guess what? I'm finally divorced. What? Now I don't have any money and I also got kicked out of my house because of it. I'm really sorry, but can you come pick me up? I seriously have no money, so I can't even go back to my parents' house. Wait a minute, what happened all of a sudden? Are you really Katrina? What's with that reaction? I'm Katrina, your cute little sister. Long time no see. How dare you contact me and asking me to come get you? Are you planning to come back here? Because Tony and I are divorced. I've been kicked out of my house, so I have no choice but to go back to my parents' house. Do you have any idea what you did? You stole my fiancé 10 years ago and eloped. Do you really think you have a home to go back to? What? Are you still mad at me? I thought you would have forgiven me by now since it was 10 years ago. What? I mean, Tony and I are already divorced. Eloping 10 years ago is a statute of limitation. It's all water under the bridge, so come get me. I'm in real trouble. I have no money and nowhere to go. I don't care about your situation, and I've cut ties with you as of that day. Please don't ever contact me again. Huh? What? Are you serious? Your old sister is in trouble and you're not going to help her? That's not something a real sister would do. You have some nerve to saying that to me. I mean, it's not my fault I took him from you. And you've been dragging it for 10 years. It's disgusting. If you love Tony so much, why didn't you just follow him to New York and get married? What did you just say? If you love him so much that you're so angry, why didn't you just go with him when he was transferred to New York? He even asked you to come with him, and you refused to go. That's why I took him away from you. When are you going to stop playing the victim? You better watch yourself. That was around the time Dad got sick. I couldn't leave my hometown at a time like that. Mom's knee was also getting worse and we couldn't abandon her. You're always so serious. That's why he chose me over you. And it looks like he made a mistake with that too. What? I heard through a rumor that you two got married, but what's up with the sudden divorce? I actually wanted you to be happy if you got married. Married life is hard enough as it is. You've never been married before, so you wouldn't understand. Whatever. Anyway, come pick me up as soon as possible. The divorce was messy, so I've been living at a motel for a while now. I like to come home and relax now. Whatever you say, we really don't have a place for you to stay at our house. If you don't have any money, get a job and rent a house. I'm tired of hearing you say mean things like that, so please hurry up and come and get me. I'll send you the nearest gas station later. I'll be waiting for you. 2 hours later. Michelle, I'm really sorry about what happened 10 years ago. We already had decided to get married together. But instead, I eloped with Katrina when I got transferred to New York. Now you. Today is just not my day. Now me? Does that mean you've heard from Katrina? Did you hear about my divorce? Yeah, she told me about 2 hours ago. She said she's divorced and got kicked out of the house and she's having a hard time. I've done my best to avoid the divorce. I betrayed a lot of people to get married.
As a man, I was trying to make it through this marriage at least. But I've reached my limits. Day by day, I started thinking about you, Michelle, more and more, and I couldn't take it anymore. What? Me? When I first came to New York, it was fun. We were newlyweds. New York was really exciting and fun, and we were really happy every day. But Katrina didn't even work, and all she did was just hang out around in New York all the time. When I got sick because of my busy work, she didn't even take care of me at all. She didn't even do any of the house chores either. You knew that from the beginning. Even back home, she didn't have a regular job and spent her days playing around. And to top it all off, you forced me to visit my parents and take care of her. But you chose her over me, didn't you? She was a good woman today, but a terrible woman to marry. That's why I've been thinking about you every day since I came to New York, Michelle. Things like if it were Michelle, she would say something kind to me during this moment. Or how you would comfort me. I've been thinking about you for the past 10 years. I never once thought about you. Michelle, I understand why you can't forgive me, but please just give me one more chance. I want to start over with you. Huh? Are you being serious right now? Of course I'm serious. I'm divorced. My company went bankrupt, and there's no point in staying in New York anymore. So I'm thinking of going back home, and I want to start over again with you. Wait a minute. What do you mean your company went bankrupt? You're unemployed now? That's right. That's why I got divorced. I can't afford to pay Katrina's lavish lifestyle anymore. That's why I want to go home right now, but I can't reach anyone. Everyone, including you, Michelle, seems they're still angry about the past. Of course they are. Our engagement was known all over town. Eloping after cheating on me is like cutting ties with the entire town. That's why I want to get back together with you. If I get back with you, Michelle, I'm sure everyone will forgive me. Stop joking around. I'm not going to get back together with you, calculated intentions. And your parents don't want to see you either. Your mother wanted me to tell you to never to show your face to her again. What? Does that mean my parents are around? If that's the case, I'll give up on rebuilding my reputation. But in exchange, I'm going to need my parents' contact information. Huh? Because you all left because of the damn construction in town. I don't know if that's the reason, but I couldn't contact my parents and siblings anymore. But I never thought you'll still be with them. Did you all move together somewhere? Can you at least tell me the address? Wow, Tony, you knew about the dam construction. Katrina didn't seem to know anything about it. How could she know? She was playing around so much she didn't even have time to watch TV at home. Okay, I'll give you the last message from your parents. I won't give you my address. I won't give you my contact information, and I never want to see your face again. That's the message. What? Well then, good luck getting a job. 1 week later. Hey sis, when the hell are you gonna come pick me up? It's already been a week since then. I'm seriously running out of money, so you better come and get me before then. I'm not coming to pick you up, and neither are your parents. You need to give up on coming back here, and you need to get a job. Why are you and Dad so cold on me? I just took a guy from you, and the way you treat me is terrible. You still don't get it, do you? Because of your actions, you shame me, my parents, and Tony's family all over town. So what? That was 10 years ago. It's annoying that you're still mad at me for that. It's not my fault I married him. Why don't you just say it's mutual and just forgive me? You're out of your mind. My fiancé dumped me, and the cheater was my own sister. Do you have any idea how much that hurt me? Don't ask me to forgive you so easily. You're so stingy. If you don't want to forgive me that much, then I'm done with you. I'm going back to my parents' house on my own. Then it won't be a problem. What? I'll spend what little money I have and go home. If you want, I'll buy some donuts from Donut Plant and apologize for the past. So let's just forget about the past 10 years. Let's all make up, me, you, and my parents. No, I'm not going to let you leave. You don't even know where we live. Huh? It's been 10 years, but I still remember the address. Well then, now that I'm divorced, I'm going back home. Please pick me after 10 years. If it's your parents' house, it's at the bottom of the dam. What? So where the hell are you planning to go back to? Are you going to go sightseeing at the dam with what little money you have? What bottom of the dam? What do you mean? Judging from your reaction, you really don't know anything, do you? I don't know. I haven't heard anything. What do you mean our house is at the bottom of the dam? What? You mean our house is gone? Not just our house, but the whole town is gone. The whole town is at the bottom of the dam. What? Including my middle school and high school friends? They're all gone? That's right. It was on the national news. I didn't think there was anyone in the area who didn't know about it. You're joking. Where am I supposed to go back then? I mean, where is Dad, Mom, and you? My hometown is gone. My parents' house is gone. Where have they gone? I wonder where they went. We won't tell you where we live, so good luck finding us. What? You won't tell me? I'm the real sister and daughter. But you cut ties with us. Even though we're blood related, no one considers you family. What? Why would I give out personal information to someone like that? Well then, that's that. The next day. Please, Miss Chow, seriously, tell me where my parents are. Where are my mom and dad? Where did you guys build your big mansions? Don't be a fool and tell me where they are too. What? A mansion? You wouldn't tell me where they were, so I did some digging. Then I found it on the internet. The people who were relocated because of the dam construction were paid a lot of money for relocation. It said that some of them got around $1 million to build a huge mansion. 1 million is a bit too exaggerated. But you got close to that amount, didn't you? You got money from the government. You built a nice new house with it, didn't you? Well, we certainly got a fair amount of money to relocate. Besides, everyone in the local area lived in decades-old houses. A new house nowadays looks almost like a big mansion. It's not fair that you guys are the only ones who get the benefit. Getting money from the government and getting to restart life in a nice house. If you're getting that much, why can't you forgive me? Huh? You're the only ones benefiting. You guys have plenty of money. Then you can at least forgive me. I'm divorced and lost my job, so help me out. No, that's a different story. Come on, Michelle. Tell me where you guys are. I'm about to run out of savings. I'm sorry about 10 years ago, and if you want, I'll even get down on my knees and apologize. So please, tell me where my parents are. I'll tell you if you insist that much, but you might regret it. What? I thought everyone would be scattered due to the dam construction, but the locals are pretty much living close together. The government prepared us a nice piece of land for us. It's like we've really moved the whole town. Does that mean that everyone other than our parents too? Is everyone else nearby? Yes, they're all here. So even if you come, everyone's going to ignore you. They'll say, "The shameful, stupid son is back." They'll just look at you like you were a disgrace. What? Besides, according to what I heard, when you went to New York, you borrowed money from some of your local friends, didn't you? I heard you haven't returned the money yet. I wonder if it's safe for you to come here in that condition. What? That's really bad. I've actually written an IOU with interest, but I haven't been paying it off. What? Are you serious? I thought everyone had disappeared somewhere. Why are you all stuck together? Why don't you just scatter all over the country? Well then, this should be interesting, so I'll let everyone know. Tony called me and seemed fine. I'll also let them know that apparently you're still in New York. No way, wait. Please don't tell anyone about me. If you include the interest, my payments are in serious jeopardy. That's none of my business. Then get a job so you can pay it back. 1 hour later. It's not fair you're always getting the benefit. It's really unfair that you're the one who benefits. If I had known about the dam construction, I would have never married Tony. Huh? What are you so angry about all of a sudden? That kind of attitude always pisses me off. You've always been unfair to me, and you've always pushed the short end of the stick to me. Seriously, it's a joke. You knew about the dam construction from the beginning, and you forced Tony on me. Huh? And then you pretended to be a kind daughter who loves her parents and stayed alone in your hometown. When the dam construction started, you all got a lot of money from the government. You forced a man like him on me and you got a lot of money from yourself. It's really disgusting. That's why you didn't even come to take him back when I took him. Hey, Katrina, what the hell are you talking about all of a sudden? That kind of assumption isn't true. No, I'm sure it was your plan all along. You've always been like that since you were little. Huh? You always make it seem like I'm the one who benefits at first. But in the end, you're the only one who benefits. It's always been that way since we were kids. That's because you're always jumping on the bandwagon of immediate satisfaction. Don't blame me for that. You didn't even tell me that you built your mansion from the dam construction. Why didn't you tell me that you were paid $1 million by the government? That proves that you were deceiving me. It looks like you're just trusting what you read on the internet. I'm sorry, but I didn't get that much money from the government. All I got was money to build a new house and some living expenses. I won't believe your lies. You must have hidden the money somewhere so that I wouldn't steal it. Katrina, I'm a family of the house that sunk in the dam too. That means I should be entitled to get money from the government. So if you got 1 million, give me at least 300,000. I get it now. You want me to pay you? I'll pay you. I knew you were hiding something. But first, you need to pay me 300,000 in compensation for mental damages. Then we can start talking. What? If you insist on claiming your rights, then I should be able to claim mine too. You should pay me for taking away my fiancé from my sister 10 years ago. Even if you want me to pay, that was 10 years ago. I don't have to pay you that. Then I don't have to pay it either. You moved out of your parents' house 10 years ago. The same logic applies to you, doesn't it? What? I mean, how dare you say I'm the only one being sneaky? I'll say it again, I'm not the sneaky one. It's just that you're an idiot who only thinks about the immediate future. Taking away my fiancé without thinking, running away to New York, and getting a divorce. And it's all my fault that you don't even have a place to stay anymore. Really, how could you live with that much stupidity? Hey, what the hell? Suddenly treating me like an idiot? I don't want to be treated like an idiot by someone who would let her sister steal him away. Then don't contact me anymore for the rest of your life. Then you won't be treated like an idiot. Huh? If you have a problem with me, pay me the compensation first. 300,000 for 10 years of running away without apology. Then I'll split the relocation fee from the government with you. Well, then $300,000 doesn't mean anything. You're right, it doesn't. So shut up and turn your phone off. And don't contact me again, you stupid sister. The next time you contact me again with your nonsense, you better know what's going to happen. After that, I never heard from Katrina or Tony again. Then the two of them ran to the dam to check on the parents' house. And surprisingly, they met again unexpectedly. They realized that they had nowhere else to turn to, so they remarried on the spot. However, they returned to New York after getting back together. The people who had lent money to Tony were waiting for him at the airport. They were taken directly to a friend's factory. And the couple worked from morning to night until the debt was repaid.
I have something important to tell you.
What's up? Oh, is it about the wedding? I'd love to tie the knot soon, but I'm just waiting for a better paycheck and some savings.
That's just an excuse. You don't want to marry me, do you?
What?
You're cheating with Liz, aren't you?
What?
There's no need to hide it. I've already looked into it. I mean, Liz herself told me, I stole your boyfriend, sis. Let's break up. You want to marry Liz more than me anyway, don't you?
Well, I guess so. I was thinking about when to end things. Honestly, Liz is way cuter than you. Why do you two look so different? You don't even look that much alike.
That's because Liz isn't my real sister.
I seriously don't see the resemblance. It's confusing.
Well, I'm leaving this town.
What? Why?
I don't have to tell everything to someone who's no longer my boyfriend.
But I'm curious.
If you want to know, just ask Liz. I don't know if she'll tell you honestly, though.
I'm getting more and more curious.
Well, maybe it was good timing. I don't have any feelings for a town with such disgusting people, and I'll be leaving this weekend.
Where are you going? Why don't you at least tell me?
I don't owe you that. Goodbye, cheating man. Hope our paths never cross again.
Hey Jane, it's Ethan. It's been 5 years.
Gosh, I had blocked you. Is this your new number?
That's right.
I don't get why you went that far to contact me.
There was a reason I wanted to contact you that badly. You received it, didn't you?
What?
Our wedding invitation. I'm marrying Liz.
You don't know my current address, do you?
Well, I know your email address.
What? Oh, I think I have one that I haven't used in a while.
Huh? You don't use it? I sent you an invitation to that email address.
Invitation online? I didn't know they sent out invitations electronically nowadays.
Don't be impressed. Check it out right now.
I have to log in first.
Come on, just check it now.
What's my password again? Oh yeah, I received it. I turned off notifications so I didn't even notice. I mean, you've been sending me something every day for the past week or so.
That's right. Since you didn't respond to that email, I had no choice but to contact you with my new number like this.
Did you go through all that trouble? What the hell?
Then I guess that means you'll be there.
No, I'm not going.
Why not? It's your sister's wedding. You can't wish happiness for your family? That's kinda...
Kinda what?
You're jealous of your sister's cuteness. Or you're jealous that you can't beat her in looks or love. Anyway, it will make you seem like the complete loser. If you don't want to come off that way, you'll just have to attend.
I don't care about your opinion of me, especially since I've already severed ties with you. And I don't care about you two. I haven't seen Liz once in the 5 years since I left that town. We're strangers to begin with.
Speaking of which, where did you move to? I asked Liz and my in-laws, but they said they didn't know.
Of course, I didn't tell them.
I knew it. Why don't you use the upcoming wedding as an opportunity to make up? Forever sulking like that, you're so uncool, you know.
Uncool?
Oh, got it. It's kind of like an extended escape. You initially planned to come back when things had settled down, but it turned out to be challenging. And now, it's been 5 years. You're acting like a teenager.
I left home with no intention of going back from the very beginning.
What?
Maybe I'll swing by for some business down the line, but moving back or reuniting with Liz and her folks isn't on my radar. Do you think I'm sulking because Liz took you away from me? That's a bit much, don't you think?
Oh, come on. Don't be so stubborn. Liz is your only sister after all. Even if she's marrying your ex, you can still celebrate your little sister's wedding, right? I know you might have your feelings about it, but you should attend our wedding.
I guess you haven't heard anything yet.
What?
I just RSVP'd to your web invite with a decline.
Hey,
Also, there's something I mentioned before. Liz isn't my real sister. We are not blood related.
why did you decline? What kind of sister would bail on her sister's wedding?
Truth is, I don't have a sister.
You should know that I'm doing my best to help you reconcile with her.
So you don't care what I said again.
What? I don't care. Just show up on the wedding day.
I'm not going. Bye.
Hey Jane, why aren't you here?
Huh?
Don't me. The wedding has started.
Oh yeah, the wedding is today, huh?
You will make it to the reception after this, right? Oh, I heard there might be some train delays. Are you stuck in that too? If you are, just grab a cab and make your way here. Or maybe you're on the train and it's not moving?
I'm at home watching TV. I'm so uninterested in your wedding date that I forgot about it.
What? What do you mean?
I'm the one wondering why you think I'm going. I said I'm not going to be there, so there's no way I'm headed there.
But I said you should come.
So what? Don't be so selfish. If you think you can do whatever you want, you're wrong.
You're the wrong one. You're the wrong person not to come to your sister's wedding. This is going to ruin my surprise. Get your ass over here, within the hour.
Oh, I can't go any further.
Why not?
The wedding is in Central City, right? I don't live within an hour's drive of there by any means of transportation.
What?
Oops. I guess we've got another case we have to deal with.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Well, I received an annoying message from Liz too.
Liz? Why would Liz message you?
Excuse me then.
Hey! The wedding got cancelled. And on top of that, $30,000 in debt.
I see. You have that much debt too, huh?
Huh?
So, you and Liz planned to split the $60,000 wedding cost, right? You were both spending a lot, pretending you could afford it. When you realized you needed the money, you found out I had become the president of a certain company. That's why you contacted me in a panic.
Yeah. A friend of mine, who you met before, contacted me without knowing that we had already broken up. That's how I found out.
I see. So that's how it happened. So, how did you plan to get the money from me?
I didn't plan to take it from you. I was thinking of using the wedding as a surprise to reconcile you and Liz. In return, I was going to ask you for a loan of $30,000.
Are you stupid?
What?
I told you that I'm a stranger to them, didn't I? I once told you that Liz is not my real sister, right?
Really? I've never heard you say that.
You really don't care what's inconvenient for you. Go back and read our conversation. I've told you so many times.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that before.
I lost my parents when I was 5 and was adopted, taken in by that family through an institution. But Liz was born right after that. I was treated roughly growing up. They supported my studies until high school, but after that, I was told to repay the debt I owed for being raised, so I got a job at a local company and lived on half of my salary. Then I started dating you, an employee of one of my clients. In the end, Liz took you away from me. My parents told me, Liz's boyfriend's ex-girlfriend is you, her sister, and we feel sorry for her. You should get out of this town. I resigned from the company I had been working for since I graduated from high school and left that town.
What? I've never heard of such a thing.
I don't know what Liz and her parents told you, but I told you that she's not my real sister. You didn't care though.
I didn't think it was that important.
No need to make excuses.
Look, But you're the president, right?
Well, I've been interviewed in the local paper, so I'll tell you. Rather soon after I left town, I was reunited with my uncle who was looking for me. He had high expectations for me because my skills were very important to the company he was running. So I became the president of the company 6 months ago.
Then you have a lot of money. Lend me $30,000. We used to be in a relationship, you know. You wouldn't want to see me drowning in debt, would you? Right?
Why are you like this? You and Liz?
Liz?
Both of you are asking me to give you $30,000.
What?
Liz was hitting me up for cash around the same time as you were.
What?
Liz, who's all about the money, had this grand idea of needing $30,000 for her wedding. She was scrambling to figure out how to get the funds. Somehow, she stumbled upon my interview online where I was mentioned as the president of a company. She said, "You're the president of the company. If you give me $30,000 as a congratulatory gift, I'll happily welcome you back into the family, considering you don't have any immediate family." She completely ignored the fact that I had taken over my uncle's company and demanded money like that.
What the hell is that? Liz buys so many brand name products, but she doesn't have any money?
She even went so far as to say, "If you give me $30,000, I'll lend you Ethan once in a while."
What?
I was so dumbfounded and furious that I went beyond anger, and my mouth was wide open. Now I've reconnected with my uncle, and his daughter, my cousin, feels as close to me as a real sister. With a family of my own, being married and having children, it's not accurate to say I have no immediate family. That's what I told her.
Oh, you're already married?
Yes. I don't need you to go out of your way to be merciful to me. I'm living a very fulfilled life.
Seriously?
I laughed when I heard from you. You were going to ask for money from me in the same way you did with Liz. As expected from a married couple, huh? Both of you are remarkably similar when it comes to foolish decisions. The matching debt amounts suit you well.
Damn it. Then just give me $15,000.
Are you serious? I don't have a penny to give you guys.
What?
Well then,
What will happen to me?
goodbye.
Wait.
I thought, why do they spend $60,000 on a wedding just to look good? But it's not my place to say anything, so I let it go. However, I told Liz, "Got a wedding invite from Ethan," replied with a decline. "What's up with that?" and just shrugged it off. I don't know if that affected their relationship, but I heard that they ended up breaking up because they blamed the other party, and they are similar in that way too. However, the debt that each of them carried will never disappear. Liz's parents sold the family home to pay off the debt, but this led to a bad relationship within the family, and the family split up. It was also the house I grew up in, but I hated it so much and felt so good when I heard it. As for Ethan, it seems he borrowed money from some shady people. After being taken away by a tough-looking man, crying and wailing, there has been no contact from Ethan since. Hey sis, it's Marie. Long time no talk. Hey Marie. Yeah, it's been ages. What made you message me out of the blue? Well, I wanted to talk to you about something. About what? I'm here to listen. Hate to break it to you, but I was thinking, could you give us your condo? Wait, what? What's going on? My hubby's the oldest son in your family, right? Yeah, we're 2 sisters and a brother. So your property? I mean, your condo? I think we should live in that condo, you know? What does my brother being the eldest son have to do with the condo? Well, usually, the oldest son inherits, right? Like parents' property and stuff. I'm not following. What's this all about? You're being ridiculous. Seriously? You're being dense. What? Look, even if it's technically yours now, someday it'll be ours. You're single. You don't need such a big place, right? It's close to a train station and a hospital, and we're having a baby soon. Why not just give it to us? Why does the condo have to be yours someday? I don't remember promising anything like that. It doesn't matter if I'm single or not. Because my husband will inherit your property. You can't keep relying on your parents. You have to be independent, you know. I think it's a good opportunity for us to start a family. Also, it's a good opportunity for you to stand on your own and experience life. I don't know what you are thinking, but the condo doesn't belong to you. That can't be true. Normally, the eldest son inherits it. That's parents' inheritance or something, right? This condo is mine, in my name, you know. What? What do you mean? I earned the money to buy this condo. I can't give it to you. I use it as my workspace. What's that? I don't understand. You're an unemployed, right? You don't work outside the home. How can you buy a condo if you're living on your parents' dime? I'm not unemployed. I have a job. My condo is my home and office, so I'm home all day. What? You mean we can't live there? I'm rather surprised that you were planning on living there. It's my home and office too. You can't move in here. So you were lying to me. I'm in trouble. Because I was planning to live there and I was making all kinds of plans. What are you going to do about my child's plans? No, I don't know. And this is the first time I've heard about your crazy plans. I didn't lie to you. You just misunderstood me. I can't do it. What? You can't just tell me that now. I was already preparing to move out before the last month of pregnancy. There's nothing I can do about it. Please move out. You can move to wherever you want now. Were you going to tell me where I had to move? Because I need you to help me raise my kids. If you're unemployed, I thought you'd have more time. I need you to come to my house every day, so the closer the better, right? I'm not going to help you raise your kids. You're incredibly selfish. Can you guys afford the rent in the first place? My brother's just started working and you're a housewife, right? The rent here is pretty expensive. Oh, you don't pay my rent, even though it's in your name? Of course. I wouldn't give it to you in the first place. You've been blaming me for a lot of things, but you're the stupid one. How can such an insane person be a mother? I can't believe you! You are ruining my life! You're the worst! You've got to be kidding me! You can't even get married? You should at least give us the condo! We won't help you if you come to us someday. Idiot! You ugly loser! Don't worry. I have enough money for retirement. If you hate me that much, then I guess I have no choice. I'll stop sending you money every month. You don't want money from an idiot, ugly loser, do you? From now on, I'll keep our relationship to a minimum. So, goodbye. I'm just kidding, sis. It's all a lie. It's a prank. You got pranked. Surprise! Ha ha ha! Please, answer the phone. I'm sorry. I apologize. If you don't send us money, we will starve. We can't live on my husband's meager salary. Please, pick up the phone. Please. Hey!
I seriously can't believe it. You were deceiving me, huh?
Huh? What do you mean by deceiving?
About your sister. Why didn't you tell me that she's a high school dropout?
Huh? Is that a big deal? There were circumstances and she couldn't finish high school. Is academic background that important?
Of course. My grandpa is the company president. You can't invite an uneducated person to a wedding. Don't you dare invite your uneducated sister.
Why not?
The guests will include VIPs, obviously.
So what?
Are you dumb? Just wait till they ask which university she graduated from. She's going to say she's a high school dropout.
I think in this day and age, academic background doesn't matter.
Having an uneducated family member is seriously embarrassing. Are you planning to embarrass me, huh? Merging someone without a formal education with high-ranking individuals is just plain absurd.
My sister is excited about my wedding. It will be fine. She should attend. A sister's wish to attend her sibling's wedding doesn't depend on her academic background. I want my sister to come too.
In that case, let's cancel the wedding.
Huh?
The cancellation fee is absurd, and if we cancel the honeymoon too, you can handle that cost, right?
Are you saying you're calling off the marriage?
Exactly. I won't go through with the registration if there's no wedding.
Hold on. I just want my sister to be at the ceremony. I never said I wanted to cancel the entire wedding.
Nope. I won't have a wedding if your sister is attending.
Why are you taking it so seriously? How about we meet now and discuss this?
What? Why?
Meeting in person would be a good idea to talk this out. Canceling just 5 days before the wedding is hard to explain to my parents, especially with the reasons we have.
My parents are on board. I'd go so far as to say my dad even suggested it.
What?
They said a family member of high school dropout is absolutely unacceptable. I seriously got deceived by Grandpa. I should have declined the matchmaking.
Your grandfather is the president of a business partner of mine. He's been really good to me. Don't say it like that.
It will be even more heartbreaking for him that it ended this way.
Don't make decisions on your own. Judging my sister solely based on her educational background is strange from the start. Even if you care about her education, I'm the one you're marrying, not her.
Do you want to marry me that badly? Then you know what you should do, even if you're not that smart.
Not invite my sister to the wedding? But that's...
Now you understand what I'm saying. You only have one option. That's it. I think you should cut ties with your uneducated sister.
I can't do that. My sister is my important family. Why can't you grasp that?
Oh, fine. Then I guess we'll just have to cancel everything. I'll send you the bill later, and you'll be responsible for covering the cost.
Hold on a second. It's not fair to end it with just a text like this. Let's meet and talk about this. I'm Dina, 23 years old. My fiancé, Tony, is 5 years older than me at 28 years old. I was so excited before the wedding, but my mood was ruined. I never thought this would happen. And he is a gentleman who is kind to everyone. I can't believe that he would break up just because of my sister's academic background. It's just unbelievable. My sister had an accident when she was in high school. She had to stay in the hospital for a long time. However, thanks to the rehabilitation, she is now in good health. She is now studying for the high school equivalency exam. I told him before that I had a younger sister, but I did not tell him that she was a high school dropout. Just the other day, we talked about the accident at my parents' house, and Tony was very surprised. And then suddenly, he called off the wedding. I couldn't accept it. I thought there must be some other reason, so I decided to investigate. As a result, I was very surprised by unexpected secrets.
You're persistent. Don't call me.
You called to cancel the wedding on your own, didn't you?
Yes. So what?
My relatives asked me why did we call off the wedding. I don't remember canceling, and I have no intention of canceling it.
But you must have some idea why I was the one who called it off.
About my sister?
See? You know what I'm talking about. Then why don't you just tell everyone what's going on? Just tell them, my sister is uneducated and I'm too embarrassed, so we called off the wedding.
I can't say that. Don't judge her based on her education. You never even met my sister.
I don't even want to meet her. I might become dumb too if I talk to her.
How can you say such a terrible thing like that? My sister didn't become a high school dropout because she wanted to. There was an unfortunate accident, and she was doing her best, okay?
It's unfortunate that the culprit hasn't been found, but it's true that she's a high school dropout. If she had at least a high school diploma, that's a different story, but people who don't have a high level of education feel like society sees them as losers, you know? You can't live in this world.
What? How do you know that?
What? About what?
That the culprit hasn't been found.
Your parents told me the other day, right?
They said there was an accident, but I don't think they ever mentioned it.
Shut up! I heard it when you left the table.
Is that true? I don't think they would say that.
Anyway, I've already informed my colleagues about the wedding cancellation through email. I guess everybody knows what's going on now.
You did? Let me check.
You haven't been to work, have you? You skipped work because you were in shock that the wedding was cancelled.
No, I didn't. I'm taking a pre-wedding vacation.
Oh, that's a waste of vacation time. Why don't you go work now? Well, if I go, you will be the center of attention.
Hey, what the hell is this? Why did you mention I cheated on you?
You want to hide your sister's education, don't you? It's my last act of kindness to you.
Don't be ridiculous. I can't believe you. I can't believe you would lie like this. How many insults do you have to hurl at me and my sister?
Think about it. Imagine a wedding where we're not even there, just the guests. The VIP guests would feel insulted. It would be bad for my business. If I can take the place of your scumbag sister and an idiot like you, it's a small sacrifice for the greater good.
What's a small sacrifice? Don't be ridiculous. Don't do anything on your own when we haven't discussed anything.
It's because you're slow in making decisions.
This is too much.
That's on you. You are a liar. I'm going to charge you alimony as punishment for hurting my life, so remember that.
I'm hurt too. I don't know why it turned out this way.
Cancellation fees for the wedding, honeymoon, and the emotional distress to me. Roughly $80,000, right?
Let's meet and talk.
I said we don't need to meet. There's no going back.
You don't love me?
Huh? What's with you all of a sudden?
We decided to get married because we love each other. And now this is the end of it. You won't even talk to me?
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? It's an arranged marriage. If we get married, my grandfather said he'd give me a lot of money to celebrate, so I decided to marry you.
You said you'd take good care of me, and that we'd be happy. Was that a lie?
Did I say that?
Do you love someone else?
Huh?
Because, strangely, you would call off a marriage just because of my sister's academic background. Are you having an affair or something? Is there some other reason? Tell me.
Don't make me laugh. You are trying too hard. I wouldn't do a two-timing. I knew it. Anyone with a family member who is uneducated is an idiot.
Then you're hiding something, aren't you?
You're so persistent. We're done. That's all.
Some people are happy about our marriage. Even the president was happy for you. If we break up an arranged marriage like this, doesn't the president feel insulted? Do you want to take that risk and still leave?
What's the risk? I don't want to marry a lying woman. That's normal, right? The fact that your sister is a high school dropout is enough reason to break up with you. I'll tell Grandpa about it. You stay out of this.
He's my business partner and I want to talk to him.
This is a family matter, and I'm not doing business with you anymore.
That's not the same thing.
Because it is. I can't work with a company where a traitor works.
You can't do that. We've known each other for a long time. We have a lot of plans to do business with you.
Then you'll be sued by the company.
What?
Because that's what happens, right? The company is going to lose a big business deal because of an employee's mistake. I'm sure you will have to pay for the damages.
I didn't make a mistake.
Let me put it this way. You knowingly withheld information from me and betrayed me. You broke up the marriage and ended the deal. That's a lot worse than negligence.
Oh, no.
Can you and your family afford that? Your average parents and you, who's likely to get fired. And your high school dropout sister. Holy shit, your family will go downhill.
So you blame me for everything?
Of course I'm blaming you. In fact, it's all your fault. I'll leave the rest to my lawyer. Then, that's that.
I'm so sick of those crazy phone calls.
You've got to be kidding me. What do you mean you didn't pay the cancellation fee for the wedding?
You're the one who's screwing around.
What? Me?
I wish I could punch you right now.
I don't get it. If you don't have the money, go ask your relatives or something. And pay the cancellation fee right away. Listen, if you don't pay me by the end of the day, you'll be in big trouble.
Is that how you threaten people? It's good to be rich, isn't it? The rich kid is shamefully ignorant and free from hardship. They talk big, and they can get by with money. They can live on with their lives.
You've got to be kidding me. This is defamation. You will have to pay more money to me. And since you tried to trick me into marrying you, it's marriage fraud. Should I call the police?
Sure, I'll call the police.
What?
Let's call them and talk. I want to be clear. Okay, I'll call them now.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you stupid? There's no need to make such a big deal about it. Don't take it seriously.
Are you scared? Scared you'll get caught?
Have you lost your mind? If anyone's going to get arrested, it's you. Why don't you go see a doctor?
I don't want to hear that from someone whose life is over, but sadly, money can't cure stupidity.
What part of my life is over?
3 years ago, you caused a hit-and-run accident. How could you live with yourself?
What's that? Do you have any proof?
I heard the culprit always demands evidence. I read that in a book, but I guess it's true.
You've got to be kidding me.
The victim is my sister.
Do you want to frame me as a criminal? No way that's true. Do you have any proof that I ran over your sister, that uneducated bum? If you have proof, show it to me right now.
As soon as my parents started to talk about my sister's accident, you wanted to go home early. That night, you called me to break up.
There's no point in trying to complicate things. I'm not the culprit.
You are not bothered about my sister's level of education. You are afraid my sister might recognize your face. She might find out you are the culprit.
That's not possible. I didn't cause the accident. Why are we suddenly talking about this?
Because the statute of limitations expires in 3 years. My entire family is doing their best to seek justice.
Statute of limitations?
My sister has been suffering for a long time. My family is frustrated too. You understand that, don't you?
Statute of limitations after 3 years? I didn't know that.
I wish I had proof.
I mean, he probably got rid of the car 3 years ago.
She's still regretting not remembering the number even now.
Maybe it was late at night, so she couldn't see it.
Why would she choose such a deserted street to go home?
I mean, there are no security cameras in that old shopping street.
I still remember the day she wore the clothes I gave her. She had an accident and was in a wreck.
Black clothes are hard to see at night, you know.
I see. You know a lot of things, don't you?
Huh?
You still remember the details of the accident vividly. Looks like you've had a guilty conscience for the last 3 years. Maybe you've been spending your time afraid that the police might catch up with you at any moment.
I told you I didn't do it. I just heard everything from your dad the other day.
I checked with my father and he told me about the accident, but he didn't say anything about a hit and run.
Your dad had been drinking, so he must have forgotten what he said.
When we talk about hit and run incidents, it mentally distresses Mom, so we never say that word.
That doesn't mean I did it. It's just speculation on your part. You want to turn me in to the police without any proof? I'll countersue you for defamation.
Then tell me, the accident happened at night. She was in a hit and run in an old shopping street, and my sister was wearing black. How do you know all this?
That's what you just told me.
You're the only one who mentioned that. Go back and read the conversation. I didn't say a word, but you started blabbing. All the information that only the culprit would know.
Oh, I really don't get it. What is this? An interrogation? You're imitating the police? Do you think we are role-playing? What are we, kids?
Even kids are taught to apologize when they do something wrong. You've been running around like a scum, but you won't get away with it anymore.
Huh? You should read what you said. The statute of limitations is 3 years. I'm not going to be arrested.
So you admit you ran her over?
Oh, that's so annoying. Then what? Your sister's alive, so it doesn't matter. The statute of limitations is up.
You're so dumb. The statute of limitations is 3 years. We're talking about a claim for damages.
What?
By the way, it's only been 2 years and 10 months. That's not even the statute of limitations. You really are no better than a kid if you can't even calculate dates.
Did you just screw me over?
I had no idea you were this stupid. Thank you for your honesty.
So it's money after all. How much do you want? I'll pay you.
What?
$10,000? $20,000? Oh, I'll just offset it against the $80,000 and you can just pay me $60,000.
Because of you, my sister's life has changed. She couldn't attend high school with her classmates because she was in the hospital.
So what? Do you want me to give back the time? No way I can do that. I don't have a time machine.
Don't you have anything to apologize for?
Fine. Sorry. Are we done now? So I guess that makes it even. Tell your uneducated sister I said sorry too, okay? My bad that you're stuck being a high school dropout for life just because you walked in front of my car.
What kind of human being are you? Just the thought of being with you makes me sick.
Me too, but now I feel better. I don't have to hide it anymore.
Now all you have to do is to be honest with the police.
I told you I won't get caught.
The president is going to talk to the police now.
What's the point of my grandpa going to the police?
Do you think they won't catch you because there's no physical evidence?
That's right. Like you said, there's no evidence. That's just an indictment. It's just a fuss, and that's it.
Well, there is.
My testimony doesn't mean anything.
There's the car from the accident.
What?
Your father didn't get rid of the car.
What? No way.
It was a luxury car. He didn't want to get rid of it. He sold it to a dealer.
Oh my God.
And the funny thing is, the guy who bought it from him was the president, your grandfather.
Why would he do that?
Your father would have been the next president of the company. But with you being the problem child that you are, the president wasn't sure what to do with you.
But that doesn't mean my grandpa knows anything about it. I don't understand why he would do that. I didn't say I ran over anyone. I told him I ran into a pole. I'm sure grandpa believed that too.
Yeah, the president didn't know about the hit and run story. But it hit him that there was something you were trying to hide. That's why he bought the car instead of fixing it.
Damn it, that's unnecessary.
So, the dots connect in this broken engagement story, and there's evidence. The president is talking to the police about it.
Am I under arrest?
Of course you are. You hit and run and ruined one person's life. You'll have to talk to the police about the details. They're waiting outside my house right now.
What? Jesus, they are here. What should I do?
I told you, you can't run away. You're gonna be honest with them.
Hey, why don't we just get married?
Huh? What kind of nonsense are you talking about? I'm not getting married.
Fine, you can invite your sister. Let's do that. It's a perfect solution. First of all, you were mad at me because I told you not to invite your sister to the wedding, right? You can invite her now, so please, get in a better mood. Hey, don't ignore my messages. The police are knocking on the door. Help!
Tony was arrested for hit and run. His father was also implicated in the destruction of evidence. Rumors spread, and the company's reputation suffered. The president decided to close the company himself. And then, his company stopped doing business with my company. What was even more surprising was that, after their arrest, police found out that they were also involved in unsolved cases in the past. I heard rumors that they would spend a long time in prison. It seems that bad guys were always bad guys. I demanded Tony for the cancellation of the wedding, honeymoon, compensation for damages, and various other expenses, a total of $80,000. The president took over and he made a lump sum payment. However, this will be a debt for Tony. The president said he'll make sure Tony pays every penny. Tony is the grandson of the president who has been very kind to me. I feel ashamed of myself for not suspecting anything. My sister passed the high school equivalency examination. My parents are now feeling better and brighter after the arrest of the culprit. Honestly, I was caught off guard by the entire situation, but now it feels like a burden has been lifted and I can finally move on.
Hey, Fawn, how did the test results go the other day? You were feeling under the weather and went to see a doctor, right? Did they find anything serious or what?
Oh, thankfully, everything turned out fine. I was just a bit tired. I'm back to normal now.
Wow, even at your age, they didn't find anything?
Both Rick and I haven't had any serious health issues so far, but you almost sound like you want me to be sick or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed. I've changed my mind about moving in together.
What are you saying now? You were the one who wanted to live with us, so we're about to start building a big house where 2 generations could stay together.
Well, it sounds like you guys might live longer.
Geez, what do you mean by that?
I thought your time would come soon, but it might be a while before that happens. I was kind of looking forward to it when I heard you were going to get some tests done. It's a bummer that nothing's wrong.
You're terrible.
Both you and Rick have already lived quite a long life. How about considering moving to heaven soon? Do you still want to cling to this world?
We're just in our 60s, you know. It's okay to live longer, right?
Having elderly people live longer can be a nuisance to those around them, you know. Even if you say you'll have a new house built, it'll probably be an old-fashioned design. I was actually thinking of selling off that tacky house quickly and buying a stylish modern apartment. My plan's ruined now.
Oh my, were you really thinking that?
Ugh, what's with this aging society? It's a nuisance for the younger generation. Elderly folks only cause trouble. Let me ask you, Fawn, do you even realize that you're a burden to society?
We elderly folks worked hard in our younger days, supporting the economy. Please stop saying hurtful things like being a nuisance or a burden.
Here comes the usual lecture. What happened in the past has nothing to do with us living in the present, you know. I mean, your usual attitude is annoying.
How's it annoying? Have I done something to make you upset?
You left some wine on our porch the other day.
Oh, I got some nice ones from a friend, so I wanted to share them with you. I rang the bell, but it seemed like no one was home, so I just left them there.
How many times do I need to tell you not to come to the house?
I wasn't going to come inside, but just give them to you at the door, you know.
Even so, it's a no. I've told you like 10 times already. How many years have you been living? Even a 3-year-old can understand after being told 10 times.
Sorry, I didn't realize it was such a bother.
I've got my own stuff going on, you know. It's a hassle when you come by unannounced. Please, don't ever show up again.
Right. I'm starting to get a bit of a headache. I'd better go now.
Oh, feeling unwell? Keep going. No need for unnecessary treatment. Just depart gracefully, okay?
Hi, Sarah. You said some nonsense to Oliver, didn't you? He scolded me for bullying you.
But that's the truth, isn't it? I'm suffering so much.
You're such a...
He believed me and is considering not moving in with you guys. You can't blame him, can you? He can't have his wife live with a monstrous mother-in-law like you, right?
He's usually gentle and never raises his voice at anyone. He was so furious when he yelled at me. I was so down after that.
Oh, really? Then why didn't you just tell him the truth?
How could I? If you guys end up divorcing, won't it be sad for Aiden?
That's what I'd expect from someone with parenting experience. You're getting older for nothing, huh?
I'm a mother too, you know. I can't take away his mother from my precious grandchild.
Exactly.
Are you going to continue living in your current house then?
Yes, for now. It's convenient here, so no plans to move. Oh, but don't think just because it's closer to your new home, you can come over to see Aiden.
Why not? I won't get to see him?
Sometimes I go out with friends, so I might let you babysit him then.
You'll let me? You're being quite arrogant.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad. You should be thankful. I'm giving a role to someone who's usually useless.
You don't have to put it that way. Of course, I don't mind looking after him, but I wish you show a bit more respect for your elders. I've been patient enough.
Please continue as is. Old people are good at being patient, right?
I'm not that old, though.
It doesn't matter. It's just that people over a certain age tend to be like that.
Yeah, I got it.
By the way, even when your new home is ready, please don't bother inviting me over. I'm not planning on giving any housewarming gifts.
Sure, got it.
What the heck is that? Explain.
Oh, it's been a while. What's with the sudden burst?
What's up with that house? The biggest mansion around here. Since we're not moving in, and it's just you old couple living there, you don't need such a massive space, do you?
Well, actually, it turns out it'll be 4 of us living there.
4?
Yep, Steven and his wife are coming back from Canada. So, Rick got all excited about it.
Steven? You mean the second son? He's been away for so long. I thought there weren't any plans for him to come back in the near future.
Right, but there was a sudden call from the headquarters here. He's coming back with his wife, Mary. I've only spoken to her via video calls, but she's really lovely.
I see. So you're going to live with them. But initially, the plan was for just a usual boring house, yet there's this chic modern mansion there now. It must be a jab at me, huh? You're a nasty old lady.
I didn't decide on the design. Rick got all excited on his own. He thought they lived in a big property in Canada, so he wanted to give them spacious rooms here too. He thought we might as well go all in taking the occasion. We had to redo the whole design, so it cost us a lot.
Quite a difference in treatment between the eldest and the second son. If there was that much money to spare, why didn't you plan for a luxurious mansion from the start? You never mentioned anything like that to us.
Oh, don't take it wrong. Steven's contributing more than half of the funds. That's why we could build such a grand house.
He must be earning a lot, huh?
Well, he works for a large international corporation, you know. Living in such a splendid house feels like a dream. What's more, with a lovely daughter-in-law.
She's only nice for now. I'm sure her true color will show up soon.
Even so, she might not even be a fraction as bad as you.
What the heck does that mean?
You thought I wasn't upset just because I didn't retort, didn't you?
Huh?
You disrespected me just because I'm old, but I won't stay quiet after being belittled that much.
What can a mere old lady like you do, huh?
Don't underestimate the information network and the ample free time of an old lady.
Excuse me?
There was something you didn't want people to know, so you didn't want me to come near the house, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Who would have thought that so many men were coming and going from your place?
Have you started hallucinating from dementia or something?
It wasn't me who witnessed it. You know Karen, who lives across from your house, right?
Karen? Your friend who talks to everyone, that old lady? I know her. I see her often gossiping with the neighbors.
Well, she claims to have seen men coming and going.
Whatever she says. Do you seriously believe that? Sounds like symptoms of dementia are starting. How about taking her to the hospital first?
No way. She always has the latest iPhone and handles it easily. No need for a hospital.
What does having the latest iPhone have to do with it? It has nothing to do with her claiming men are coming and going from my house.
It's quite relevant, actually. Apparently, she has a very clear view of your driveway from her living room. She started taking videos because there were too many incidents. You must think elderly folks can't handle smartphones or cameras, do you?
Videos? Recording my house? That's stalking.
She found it odd because there were too many men coming by, and that's why she resorted to doing so. Bless her, she always had sharp instincts, you know.
There haven't been any men.
The guy from the liquor store?
Huh?
She said he frequents your place often. But he has a wife, right? I thought she was well built and loud. A bold move to mess around with someone like her husband.
Mess around? I just got deliveries.
Oh, I had no idea they had that kind of service. Things have gotten convenient nowadays. I've been a customer for so long and didn't even know about that.
There is.
That's why you got upset when I dropped off the wine.
Exactly. I got enough wine.
So the grocer is for delivery too, right?
Who?
The hardware store and the electrician too?
Wait a sec. You mean all of them are?
Yes. Filmed by Karen. Right after she spotted the guy from the liquor shop, she went straight to Target and bought the latest camera. She's got some high quality footage.
You're kidding, right?
Hey, is there such a thing as hardware delivery even though you don't buy big and heavy things?
Yeah, there is. These days, you can get anything delivered.
Wow, really? But listen, Karen went around interviewing everyone. She keeps sending me updates on everything via WhatsApp, along with photos and videos.
Seriously, what's wrong with her? She's so annoying.
Maybe all the men are scared of their wives, so they played dumb at first. As soon as they saw the evidence photos, they spilled everything. I can't believe you managed to lure so many guys. What a sly woman. You're married too.
Hold on a sec. That's a big misunderstanding.
What do you mean?
Well, the thing is, I'm actually really good at giving a shoulder massage. I was just giving treatments.
Shoulder massage? I'm good at it too.
So it's not like I was up to anything suspicious.
You wanted me to babysit Aiden because he was in the way of giving treatments?
Yes and no. You haven't told anyone about this, right?
Of course not. I mean, how could I?
Oh, thank goodness.
Besides family members.
What?
I told Oliver about it. Can't trust my precious son and grandson with such an immoral woman, you know.
You despicable old hag.
Jeez.
I told you it was just a shoulder massage. You're wasting your life away with all this nonsense. Just check out already.
I just showed Oliver this chat and asked, can you believe this is supposedly the bullied daughter-in-law? And he's shaking with anger.
What? He's there?
Yes, he is. He brought a housewarming gift and came to see the new house.
Oliver, honey, this is all a misunderstanding. Fawn provoked me.
Oh, thank goodness. We built a 3-story house. We've made rooms for Oliver and Aiden. Even added a pool in the backyard.
No way.
What were we talking about? Right, I've got a secret list here.
That sounds shady.
Liquor shop, grocery store, hardware store, electrician. Then there's the owner of the bar and the head of the construction company.
Holy cow.
And also the Italian chef and a professor. There must be dozens of them. Do they all have such stiff shoulders?
Wait, is that?
It's a list that Karen made for me. Apparently, she spent the past 2 years on this.
God darn her. How much free time does she have?
Well, old folks have plenty of time on their hands. So they're all married and all repeaters, huh? Is your shoulder massage really that amazing?
Well, what can I say?
According to Karen, the wives could report you to the police.
Why, just for a massage? Plus, these men are all old folks. Their likewise old wives wouldn't go that far, would they?
Even old folks get angry if their husbands fool around. Don't underestimate us. Besides, who's going to believe you? You're just giving shoulder massages.
No way.
Now I understand why you refused to live together. If we did, there'd be no chance for massages. You're making money, right?
Well...
God, I can't believe it. Such a low woman is the wife of Oliver.
I couldn't help it. His salary is so low. I have to earn my own money. His salary doesn't cover the clothes and bags I want.
Wow, you're brazen.
It's his fault. I had to do this.
Once you're married, you're supposed to support each other. Just because you're broke doesn't justify doing whatever you want.
I blame it on the fact that he's incompetent. And it's also your fault for raising an incompetent son.
Maybe you should have waited to come to that conclusion a bit longer.
What do you mean?
I heard some good news earlier. He got promoted. He became the youngest department manager in the company.
Are you kidding me? He's diligent but clumsy. I always thought he'd be a lifelong regular employee.
I guess there was someone properly evaluating him. He's astounded that he made it in his early 30s. Companies nowadays aren't based on seniority, are they? It's great that hard work gets recognized, isn't it?
So that means a raise in salary, right?
Of course. Seems like he'll get a pretty good increase. That's my son, you know.
Why didn't you tell me such an important thing earlier?
But the news just came out. He was going to tell you first when he got home. But what's this? You went behind his back, cheating shamelessly with various men. I pity him for working hard for the family.
Oh God, if I'd known he was climbing the ladder for sure, I wouldn't have done what I did.
It's too late now. He's in shock, but Karen's urging him to claim alimony.
She's there too?
Yeah, she came to the housewarming. We're all here looking at the evidence photos of your affairs. Rick's totally speechless.
It's over for me.
Indeed.
How could you do this? It's all Karen's fault. Unnecessarily motivated for an old lady.
You can mock us for being old, but in the end, you're the one who's been undermined like this. It's been a good lesson for you.
But I'll never give up Aiden. I'll get custody for sure.
I'm sorry, but I doubt that's possible. Considering the divorce is caused by your affairs, Oliver's adamant about fighting for it. You'll lose both family and money. Raising a child alone is going to be too difficult then, isn't it? According to Karen, be prepared to pay between $50,000 to $80,000 in alimony.
$50,000? I can't afford that kind of money.
Oh, if you can't pay, shall I lend you the money? In exchange for a hefty interest, of course.
Stop messing around.
But Stephen and his wife are coming back, and the despicable daughter-in-law will burn in hell, so I'm feeling fantastic.
You old hag.
You lowlife.
Oh, I'm so angry. Please, Fawn, I beg you, help me. I'll apologize for everything in the past, so please, let me talk to Oliver.
What do you want to talk to him about? He doesn't want that, let alone see your face. He says he's grossed out. Pack your stuff and get out of the house already.
I can't pay alimony. I want to start over with him.
Not happening. He says he won't forgive you, and trying to dodge payments is pointless, you know. If you try to escape, Karen will spread those pictures on social media. Instant fame.
She's a pain in the neck for sure.
Well, the social media thing is a joke. But seriously, reflect on what you've done. Get to a point where you can visit Aiden.
Please, I'll never do anything like this ever again. Please, spare me the alimony.
Aren't you loaded? You've had so many guys paying you.
I actually don't have any.
What, why?
It all went into repaying debts.
Debts?
That's why I had to resort to this.
How did you accumulate debts?
I like fancy brands and bought a lot on installment plans. Before I knew it, the debts piled up.
Disappointing, really. You're so irresponsible. Oh, by the way, the whole thing's been reported to your parents. Your father sounded pretty angry.
You told them?
Karen suggested informing them too.
Her again? Does she have some grudge against me?
I don't think she holds any grudges, really. She just hates deceitful behavior. Seeing her friend's son being betrayed by his wife, she couldn't just sit back and do nothing.
Hey, Fawn, I'm coming over now. Apologize to everyone and beg for forgiveness. So please, let this slide somehow.
No, please don't come. I'm going to toast our victory with Karen now.
Toast your victory?
Well, from now on, work hard and repay your debts properly.
Wait, Fawn, I'll treasure you more from now on.
Huh? I don't know you. You're not family anymore. Goodbye. Sarah and Oliver got divorced. He gained custody of Aiden and demanded alimony and child support. Being broke, Sarah had no choice but to accumulate debts. Currently, she's juggling tirelessly at multiple part-time jobs from morning till night just to pay off. All the men she lured were married, which has led her to be harassed by some of their wives as well. She's lamenting that she can't go anywhere without being finger-pointed. Considering how she shattered numerous families for her own desires, she has no choice but to spend her entire life making amends. In my home, Oliver, Aiden, Stephen, and his wife are all together now. Karen drops by occasionally, making our life lively and cheerful. We hope to live happily together as a wonderful family in this lovely home.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.